Hello, my name is Sam Feltham and welcome to Top 10 Tuesdays here on Smash the Fat. For you today, we're going to be counting down the top 10 workout tracks. Now, before we get into these top 10 workout tracks, it's important to say that this is about as subjective as a list can get. So please remember that in any criticism, this is my top 10, no one else's, but do feel free to add your suggestions below or on Twitter at Sam Feltham. If you'd like to listen to this playlist, you can either go to our Spotify profile, which is play.spotify.com/user/smash the fat, or just search for Smash the Fat in Spotify, or you can watch it on YouTube on this very YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/smash the fat. And throughout the countdown, I will be playing the beginning of the songs to give you a feel, but due to copyright, I won't be going much beyond that at all. So without further ado, let's get into it. First one, number 10, I think, is Black Skinhead by Kanye West. So I'm just going to play this in the background whilst I talk about it. So, best known for being on the Wolf of Wall Street trailer and the soundtrack as well. This is a surefire way to get you fired up for your workout with its deep bass and writhing rhythm, as you can hear here. I'll turn it out just a touch. So we've got that from Wolf of Wall Street. So I very much like that one as kind of a start off. Then number 9, it's a fellow hip-hop star, Eminem, with Lose Yourself. Now, the beginning of this song on the actual EP isn't that great, so you have to kind of skip to about 40 before it gets into that well-known do-do-do-do-do. So, of course, yeah, it is another movie soundtrack song that will get your heart pumping and quite literally get you to lose yourself in the moment. Just this beginning bit, really do. Yeah, I am not a musician by any means, but you get the picture. And then number 8, this is one really for the UK. It's Firestarter by the Prodigy. You might have heard it if you're outside of the UK, and you would have heard of the Prodigy at some point. But this is an absolute classic for me. Just this beginning bit just really kind of gets a fire going in your belly to get ready to smash your workout. And let's just wait for that first bit. I'm a fire starter. Here it comes, the drop. Yeah, so that's one of my faves. Number 8. Then moving on to number 7. Is Phat Planet by Leftfield. Now, not very many people would have heard of this outside of the UK, but it's very well known for featuring on a Guinness advert. And as you can see with the picture there, it's charging horses kind of in amongst waves and surfers. So let's get that started. And this track totally gets you in the zone with this one. Doom, 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 doom. You can see how it's kind of building up here. We'll just wait for the drop again. It's a nice rhythm. It really builds it up. So if you're psyched up to do a particularly difficult exercise, and this is the one for you, Phat Planet. And as you can hear, it's a real good rhythm. Anyway, so number 6 is Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. Definitely one that's going to get you going, as you can see here. But yeah, this music video was directed by the great Spike Jonze, so it's a must-see if you haven't seen the music video on the YouTube playlist. But this is an absolute cult classic that brings kind of your inner teenager out, if you're of that kind of certain age, which I am. It's kind of hard thrashing, kind of hip hop style stuff. That's what the Beastie Boys do. But anyway, number 5, Halfway, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Now, a lot of people will put this at the top of their workout track top 10s. But this song, as you know, is completely synonymous with the Rocky films, and certainly does give you the Eye of the Tiger, but it's not quite my number 1. There are others that get me more going. But let's just get into the zone of this. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Absolute classic. So moving on to number 4, Enter Sandman by Metallica. Now the cover art isn't anything to write home about, but this is the song that made Metallica, having sold over 30 million copies worldwide. So if you're into heavy metal, which a lot of people aren't, I know, but this is a must on your workout playlist. So again, let's listen to it before. Just this bit, this rhythm really kind of gets you built up. So again, if you're psyching yourself up for a particularly difficult exercise, and then the heavy guitar comes in. Again, we're going to wait for the drop. You just can't wait, you're kind of on tenterhooks for it. Here we go. Awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, coming into the top 3 now. Back in Black by AC/DC, of course. It had to be in there. Voted the 4th best metal song of all time by VH1. So if you're a fan of Iron Man, which I certainly am, you're definitely a fan of this song. It's kind of got to be in your top 3. And just wait for it. That riff. Everybody knows that riff. Back in Black. Excellent, good stuff. Moving on to number 2, almost there. My Hero by Foo Fighters. Now, the Foo Fighters had to be on the list somewhere. And although this isn't my favourite Foo Fighters song, it's certainly my favourite song to work out to. And it completely brings back memories of the film Varsity Blues, with the scene where they're kind of, you know, getting better and absolutely smashing it on the American football pitch. But yeah, if you're kind of getting towards the end of your workout, it helps you focus right until the end of the workout. Again, let's wait until the vocals come in. Awesome, absolutely love it. Alright, so number 1 is finally here, and for me that is Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine. This actually kind of made a bit of a comeback in 2009 within the UK as the Christmas number 1, believe it or not. Because there was kind of a bit of a protest against the X Factor's dominance with the Christmas number 1, and it got to that Christmas number 1. So that's kind of some good trivia there for anybody outside of the UK. But as well as that, this song always makes me think that I'm Neo from The Matrix every time, which enables me kind of to dodge all the bullets and feels like I can fly as well. So again, let's crank it up before the vocals come in. You can imagine yourself on a drum kit here, eh? And you just feel like you're kind of doing that headbang thing. My hair's getting longer and longer, so I'll be able to do that very soon. But that's it, guys. Number 1 is Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine. If you feel like no particular tracks that you like were featured in that top 10, make sure that you let me know on Twitter at Sam Feltham, on Facebook at Smash the Fat. on this very YouTube channel, smash the Phat as well in the comments section, and make sure that you subscribe. And then finally, if you want to listen to this on Spotify, just search for Smash the Phat on Spotify, and you'll go straight, and you can check out all of our playlists there and follow this playlist and then crank it up in your workouts. Okay guys, well, until tomorrow's Workout Wednesday, be well, and of course, smash it out.